Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to talk about how Jio and Airtel are robbing customers. Remember the time when data was almost free? When Jio entered the scene, it was like India had stepped into a new era. Unlimited calls, their cheap internet, everyone connected. But fast forward to today, the same company that gave us free data are now charging premium prices for bare minimum. The same telecom giants that promised freedom are quietly locking us inside their digital cages. This is not just a story about telecom. It's a story about how corporations manipulate competition, control the market, and squeeze profit out of every people, all while pretending to serve them. Back in 2016, when Reliance Jio entered the market, it was chaos for all telecom players. Free calls, free internet, no roaming charges, people stood in lines for SIM cards like it was gold. Data, once a luxury, suddenly became a right. Within months, India's average data consumption skyrocketed. Small towns went online, and Mukesh Ambani was hailed as a digital messiah. But behind that generosity was a calculated business strategy, one that would slowly destroy competition and centralized power in two hands: Jio and Airtel. You see, Jio didn't win through innovation alone. It used predatory pricing, offering services at a loss to crush others. Aircel, Tata Docomo, and Idea, one by one, they fell. Vodafone barely survived by merging with Idea, but even that giant is now on life support. What we were witnessing wasn't free market competition, it was a corporate war where one player was willing to bleed money long enough to eliminate everyone else. And when the dust settled, only two remained standing: Geo and Airtel. Once competition died, the rules changed. Price started creeping up, free plans vanished, and the so called affordable internet became a memory. This wasn't coincidence. It was the classic duopoly model, where two corporations dominate an entire industry, competing just enough to look separate, but cooperating silently to keep prices high. Jio and Airtel now control over 90% of India's mobile data market. That means they decide how much you pay, how fast your internet runs, and how much freedom you really have online. Now, let's break down how exactly they rob you legally, cleverly, silently. Number one, incremental price hikes. Instead of one massive jump, they increase tariffs little by little. 10 rupees here, 10 rupees there. So small that you barely notice. But over time, the 149 rupees plan you once used now costs 299 rupees or more. Number 2, limited unlimited plans. Both Jio and Airtel advertise unlimited data. But catch, you get 1.5 GB per day, and after that, your speed drops to a crawl. Technically unlimited, practically unusable. Number 3, forced bundling. Try finding a plan that's only for data. Impossible. Now everything is bundled: OTT subscriptions, SMS, talk time. Even if you don't use them, you pay for things you never asked for. Number 4, charging more for 5G that barely exists. They are now pushing expensive 5G ready plans. But let's be honest, most 5G in India is non standalone, meaning it's just upgraded 4G with fancy branding. You are paying more for something that doesn't deliver. Ironically, even as prices rise, network quality keeps dropping. Call drops, low signal, low speeds in crowded area. Sound familiar? Rural customers often struggle to even get a stable connection, yet these companies report record profits every year. So, where's all the money going? Not to improving the network, it's going to shareholders, advertising, and expansion into new sectors like entertainment and finance. They are not investing in better service for you, they are investing in better control over you. Now, let's talk about 5G, the biggest marketing trick of all. Both Jio and Airtel boast about their nationwide 5G rollout, but the truth, for most users, there's barely any noticeable improvement. The technology sounds revolutionary, but what they are selling is half built infrastructure with inflated price. It's like buying a Ferrari that runs like scooter, but you still pay Ferrari money. And because people believe they are getting the future, they don't question the cost. That's not progress, that's psychological manipulation. Once you join Jio or Airtel, leaving becomes almost impossible. Jio ties you into its ecosystem. Jio TV, Jio Cinema, Jio Savan, Jio Fiber. Airtel does the same. Airtel Thanks, Airtel Extreme, Wink. Every app, every service, every benefit is designed to keep you logged in. You build habits around their ecosystem, and when you think of switching, you realize you lost everything. That's not convenience, that's corporate imprisonment, discussed as loyalty. But the real robbery isn't just your money, it's your data, your habits, your preferences, your digital identity. Telecom company collects enormous amounts of personal data. What sites you visit, what apps you use, where you travel, what time you wake up, how long you talk. All this information is monetized through advertising and third party analytics. In other words, you are not the customer anymore, you are the product. And the worst part, there is almost no transparency. You can't opt out, you can't control what's shared, you just pay and they profit of your existence. You might ask, where is the government? Where is the regulated tribe? The truth is, regulatory capture has become the norm. These companies are too powerful, too connected, too valuable to be restrained. When Jio expands, it's celebrated as Digital India. When Airtel hikes its price, it's for sustainability. The watchdogs have become spectators, and the policies now bend around corporate interest, not consumer protection. It's easy to think it's just a few extra rupees. What's the big deal? But for millions of low income users, gig workers, students, and small businesses, every rupee matters. Rising prices mean some people have to cut off their connections entirely. That means losing access to online education, job portals, banking, and healthcare. The digital revolution that was meant to empower India is now slowly becoming a digital divide where the rich stay connected and the poor get left behind. Is there any way out? Yes, there is, but it's not easy. India needs real competition again. Smaller ISPs, satellite internet providers like Starlink, and public broadband initiatives can break the duopoly. Consumers must demand transparency, price regulation, and data privacy laws that actually work. The more people speak out, the harder it becomes for these corporations to operate unchecked. So, what do you guys think about Geo and Airtel? Thanks for watching.